Clients living alone and clients becoming lonely is rising at a startling rate. There is a role that you need to play as a financial advisor inside of this phenomenon.
This is The Rare Advisor, proud to be a part of the Advisor Advancement Network and home of a business model supercharged by recurring and repeatable events. Your host is Mike Walters, CEO of USA Financial. He is an investment advisor representative of and securities are offered through USA Financial Securities, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
The best advisors in the country are very involved with their clients' lives. And often what happens is that you become almost a social hub in some ways. Obviously, you're handling their financial plan, you're handling their risk management, you're handling their income management, all of these things that need to take place inside of a complete financial plan are obviously, the starting point, if you will, of the relationship, or maybe we should say the hub of the relationship. However, what occurs is that as your clientele ages, they become more alone. Now, being alone doesn't necessarily mean you're lonely, but being lonely often does in fact mean that you are alone. And there are study after study that are showing that we as Americans, it's beyond that, it's global, but we'll concentrate on us here in the US. We as Americans are having a greater and greater tendency to live alone. Now, we're having that tendency at older ages, as we always do, especially when a spouse passes, but we're starting to have it at younger ages due to divorce and all these other aspects of our life. And it's just simply becoming more acceptable for individuals to live alone. However, with that does in fact come loneliness. And loneliness is a part of lifestyle, and lifestyle is a huge part of the financial plan and the comprehensive approach that you should be taking with your clients. Now, what a lot of you probably don't realize, as I pointed out a second ago, is that you are way, way more important in your clients' lives than you probably give yourself credit for. Now, this is from the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics. It's a time survey. Now, there's all kinds of information we could talk about in here. Like, for example, right in here is where you're spending the most time with your children between the ages of 30 and 40. Tends to be when that spikes. But for what we're discussing right now, I want to show you more the end of that scale. Look at this yellow line. This is time being spent alone. And over here at the older ages, when we start hitting 70 and 80, we're talking about 8 hours a day or greater. And that's your waking hours, 8 hours a day or greater of alone time. And then look at the time you're spending with your family and your friends and your coworkers. Look at how it tails off down here. This is the spouse. And you can see as it drops when we start seeing deaths, when one spouse out survives the other. But it's really a spouse that's hanging right in here. And even spikes because now you're not working. So the work friends goes down, the other friends goes down, the children goes down, everything goes down, and being alone goes up. So when you are running events, when you're doing client appreciation things, when you're identifying your ideal clients and duplicating them by getting people together and explaining to them what an ideal client is. And by the way, if you don't know what an ideal client is and the ideal client process, you should reach out to the protocol group here at USA Financial. It has literally replaced all referrals, and it has taken about a 50-50 approach for running live events for lead generation to be able to replace that with the ideal client program. So very interesting stuff. But the point being that your clients need some activity in their life. And when you're providing that activity in their life, you become a very important part of it. Now, you're already important, but this really solidifies your importance. So if you've ever wondered, is there value in running client appreciation events? I'll tell you, the studies say there is huge value in it, not only for you, but for your clients as well.
This information is for licensed financial professionals only and is not intended for use in soliciting sales from the public. The views expressed represent the opinions of the presenter or their featured guest, not necessarily those of USA Financial or its affiliated subsidiaries. Industry references are generic and not intended to represent actions or beliefs of any individual or entity. Content is only presented to illustrate general principles, beliefs, or ideas and should not be construed as legal or regulatory advice. Trademark and copyright protected. USA Financial and Affiliates.